Greetings everyone, and thank you for joining us for this week's edition of GTV. I'm Don Valiant, and this is the news from Gyeonggi Province this week. The Gyeonggi provincial government has been selecting private childcare houses that offer service quality comparable to public facilities and designating them as public standard childcare houses. There were 359 such public standard childcare houses as of the end of October. The provincial government recently designated 47 additional public standard childcare houses, increasing their total number to 407. These childcare houses are very popular due to their high-quality services and low fees. Once designated, these facilities are placed under continuous operation monitoring and support by the provincial government.
아무래도 이제 주변에 어린이집은 많지만 공공형 또 어린이집이기 때문에 믿고 맡길 수 있겠다 생각해서 여기에 오게 됐습니다.
The introduction of the public standard childcare house designation system has had a positive influence on the improvement of childcare facility services in Gyeonggi Province.
교사들의 질도 굉장히 높아졌어요. 그래서 그런 질이 높아지는 점에 대한 것들은 아무래도 아이들한테 가다 보니까 또 선생님들 나름대로의 긍정적인 자존감도 많이 생겼고.
First introduced in 2011, the public standard childcare houses have realized positive results for both children and parents, as well as for facility operators and teachers.
내년에도 한 50개 정도를 더 추가를 할 거예요. 그렇게 해서 양질의 그 보육 서비스를 제공할 계획입니다.
The Gyeonggi provincial government also plans to improve the selection criteria, operation, and compliance requirements of these facilities. The exhibition of award-winning digital designs at the 4th Women's Digital Design Contest took place at the spacious venue of Gihung Station. All of the contestants had completed education programs at the Gyeonggi Women's Development Center. Website, invitation, and even shoe designs are the creations of these women who had never dreamed of doing such things until they took the Computer and Information Technology course at the center when seeking to resume their careers. The first prize went to an advertisement model that used projection mapping with a laser on golf balls.
IT라는 게 새로운 신기술이잖아요. 그래서 주 여성분들 결혼하고 나서 하시는 분들은 되게 자신감이 없으실 텐데 저도 그랬었거든요. 근데 교육하고 나서 자신감도 생기고요.
The Women's Development Center has developed various education courses for women who seek to resume working after a long absence from the workforce. The courses have been carefully selected to accommodate modern-day requirements as well as to maximize feminine sense and creativity.
컬처, 테크놀로지, 컨텐츠 테크놀로지 교육을 통해서 여성들이 IT 시대에 필요한 전문 창작 크리에이터로 전문 직업으로 거듭날 수 있도록.
The Gyeonggi provincial government will continue to promote employment and career education for women seeking to re-enter the workforce. An annual showcase of this year's agricultural science and technology developments by the Gyeonggi Agricultural Research and Extension Services took place at the Institute. This advanced year-round farming system, which drew considerable interest during the 2013 G-Food Show, uses an LED light to nurture eco-friendly vegetables. A mushroom harvester automates the entire harvesting process for bottle-grown mushrooms. Strawberries are kept fresh for long periods of time using propolis, a substance secreted by honeybees. These are only some of the new technologies developed by GARES this year. In conjunction with the show, a development evaluation meeting was held to determine the feasibility of using these new technologies. A total of 59 development items were presented in the categories of horticulture, crop farming, and agricultural environment for objective assessments by agricultural specialists.
도농을 같이 갖고 있다 보니까 아이디어도 좀 빠르고 첨단적이기도 하고 한편적으로는 이제 농가들을 위한 것도 있고 그래서 좀 괜찮아요.
Since the assessments focus on applicability and commercial potential, the results will be technologies that can be utilized by farmers to help them improve their competitiveness.
수출이 잘 되고 그리고 이제 농업인이 기술을 접목해서 농업을 새로운 6차 산업으로 발전시키기 위한 원천 기술 개발해서 농가에 신속하게 보급할 계획입니다.
The new technologies from GARES have been playing an important role in the advancement of agriculture and the increase of agricultural exports from Gyeonggi Province. This year's scholastic assessment test for university entrance was held earlier this month in Korea. In order to prevent establishments from taking advantage of this and violating regulations on tobacco and alcohol sales to adolescents, the Special Judicial Police of Gyeonggi Province began an extensive crackdown. The primary purpose of the crackdown is to prevent such violations among youths and establishments.
청소년 선도 관련해 갖고 지금 나왔고요. 거기 혹시 테이블에 지금 청소년이 음주하고 있는지 확인 좀 해라.
The crackdown will focus on areas with dense clusters of food and drink serving establishments.
죄송합니다. 잠깐 신분증 좀 확인할게요.
The Special Judicial Police assigned 11 teams of 33 judicial policemen to cover areas frequented by many youths, including those in the cities of Suwon and Anyang. In addition to selling alcoholic drinks to adolescents, violations of the Youth Entrance Regulation, which prohibits the entrance of adolescents into certain business establishments such as DVD houses after 10 p.m., are also crackdown subjects.
행위에 대해서 업주들이 상당한 경각심을 가지고 있습니다. 그래서 적발률은 떨어지고 있으나 그래도 그 청소년 보호를 위해서 저희들이 대대적인 단속을 계속 실시하도록 하겠습니다.
The crackdown is also accompanied by guidance activities to prevent youths from violating regulations. Any establishment that commits violations will be prosecuted and dealt strict administrative penalties.
경기도 특별사법경찰단은 다음 달 24일까지 청소년 유해업소 밀집 지역을 중심으로 단속을 더 강화할 계획입니다. 경기 GTV 소창수입니다.
While many Korean homes are busy at this time of year with kimjang, the preparation of kimchi for the winter, a charity kimjang event was held for those less fortunate. More than 250 women volunteers line up in front of the Gyeonggi Provincial Government Complex intent on making kimchi. Having performed the process many times, the ladies turn head after head of salted cabbage into perfect kimchi seemingly with ease. There are also ladies from multicultural families.
때마을 분영이 같이 나오니까 우리 다만 가정 어린 동지들 같이 나와서 같이 김장도 하고 나눠주고 마음이 되는 게 좀 따뜻해요.
Approximately 4,000 heads of kimchi were made at this two-day event.
올 들어와서 좀 제일 추운 날씨인데도 불구하고 이렇게 우리 회장님들이 아침부터 이른 아침부터 나오셔가지고 이렇게 또 사랑의 김장김치를 담그고 있습니다. 그때 맛있게 잡수시고 올 겨울 따뜻한 겨울 보내셨으면 하는 바람입니다.
Kimchi was delivered to those in Gyeonggi Province who cannot afford kimjang, including 600 solitary seniors, as well as more than 100 welfare households and 100 multicultural families who couldn't hide their gratitude.
이렇게 오늘 김장김치를 해다 주셔서 가정에서 어머니들이 따뜻하게 준비한 그런 반찬을 제공할 수 있는 것 같아서 너무 감사하고요. 우리 아이들이 또 겨울을 따뜻하게 보낼 수 있을 것 같습니다.
The collective efforts of individuals brought warmth to many people who otherwise would have had to face the winter alone. Not many people are aware that there are employment consultants at local residence centers. This year alone, nearly 10,000 job searchers successfully found employment through their services. The employment office at the entrance of this residence center in Suwon City is providing easily accessible employment consultation services to local residents.
찾아오는 일자리 센터를 함으로써 평소에 접하기 어려웠던 직업 상담에 대해서 되게 문턱이 낮으면서 친근감 있게 직업 상담에 대해서 문의를 하실 수 있는 점이 참 좋은 점인 것 같습니다.
14 employment consultants at 14 residence centers in Siheung City alone achieved more than 2,000 successful employment placements this year. According to Gyeonggi Province statistics, 9,527 individuals found employment through the services of employment consultants at 63 residence centers, which is 10.5% of the total successful employment achieved by the Gyeonggi Employment Center.
앞으로는 그 544개 주민센터의 70%인 381개소에 확대 배치해서 취업률 높이는 데 최선을 다하겠습니다.
The Gyeonggi Employment Center also plans to station employment consultants at busy stations and libraries to help alleviate the employment problem. Homeless dogs, which were abandoned by owners, have found new homes through the Gyeonggi Assistant Dog Sharing Center. It was a happy moment for both dogs and recipients. Park Joon-gi has been spending evenings alone every day. He is now all smiles as he has a new family member and faithful companion, a dog named Mongi.
엄마 아빠가 이제 없을 때 이제 저 혼자 학교에 갔다 와서 왔을 때 혼자 있을 때 이제 몽이가 있으니까 이제 좀 심심하지도 않고.
After training the homeless dogs, the Gyeonggi Assistant Dog Sharing Center delivers the animals to people with disabilities, solitary seniors, and individuals who can benefit from a canine companion. To facilitate the promotion of dog sharing, the Gyeonggi Provincial Government organized an animal care group in cooperation with the Gyeonggi Veterinarians Association, the Korean Association for Assistant Dogs for the Disabled, and the Korea Groomers Association.
도움이 필요한 장애인들이나 또 외로운 분들에게 나눠드림으로써 사람도 행복하고 개도 사랑스러운 그런 가정이 될 수 있는데 도움이 되어서 기쁘게 생각합니다.
The dog sharing program of Gyeonggi Province has the dual purpose of helping people who are living in difficult situations while reducing the number of homeless dogs. Thank you for joining us for this week's edition of GTV. We look forward to seeing you again next week.